Let's bring it
later.
Do it live. That's what
on air.
You can do that. What's fucking YouTube?
What?
I'm trying to find my YouTube. I can't figure out where.
Did you check your monitor?
Oh, I'm doing YouTube on my phone.
Look at these buttholes. They're just talking over everything. Just welcome to Hangar 122, where everybody's a chatty Cathy. Yes, we're live. I said I was going live. I said I was clicking it. We're going to go on time. It's 9 o'clock and we're actually on.
Whoa.
It never happens, so you can't expect us to be ready.
Well, learn, bitch.
I know.
All right, let's get some intros out of the way. Sam, where you at? What you building? All that good shit.
Hi, I'm here. You can find my Instagram down below if I ever use it. And today I am sort of trying to work on this high-grade Hono. Trying. LEDs suck.
Only if you're not good at it.
You know, I thought I was getting decent at it. I suck. Wow. Yeah. Spencer, where you at?
Hi, you can find me down below. Glass Printing on Facebook. I'm working on some Gundam Seed Destiny. Strike Freedom 2.0. And then I'll randomly get distracted by something else, probably.
Don't we all? Always, every time.
Every day.
I mean, we're the kings of rabbit holes in this place, so.
Oh, yeah.
My brain is 90% rabbit holes, in fact.
Hey, you know what? It makes for interesting conversation.
It does.
Content.
Speaking of being content with things, Shane, where are you at and what you building tonight? Because we know it ain't Gundam.
Oh, so funny. You can find me at Shane, or on the Facebook, Shane LaFontaine.
Specifically on the Facebooks. Multiple.
Yeah. You're not going to find me hardly on anything else. I might have some, but I'm rarely ever on them. That's my spiel. You can get a hold of me on Fox Valley Gunpla's group page on the Facebook. We have a Discord page under the same name, Fox Valley Gunpla. Somebody, if you try and get a hold of me on there, somebody's going to have to kind of relay the information. Anyway, what am I building tonight? Right now, I'm kind of cleaning up a little bit of a Lego mess, and then I'm probably going to work on something Lego. Yeah, that's basically all I got until we get back to Howdy Town News. So,
All right, ready for this one. You can find me on the Facebooks under my name, and not Bacon Pancakes. It's actually Rob Milton. But, you know, making pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
Making pancakes, making pancakes.
I love that show. Adventure Time for the win. You can also find me on Friday nights on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel on Nerd Life Syndicate with me and 3 of my other weird-ass co-hosts talking about all kinds of nerdy shit and pop culture and all that fun stuff. So,
nerdy shit.
Otherwise, occasionally on Instagrams as Weird Life of Rob, where you'll probably see a lot of toy content and dumbass trucker content because I are one. Other than that, I'm here on Saturday nights, occasionally, when life doesn't shit the bed or have 9 million things going on. And tonight, since we're all saying, except for, yeah, Sam, I see you. Except for Sam, we have all spent enough money on this point to piss off our wives on our hobbies. And in doing so, today, I ended up with this. So, since we're saying fuck Gundam on a Gundam-based show, I'm going to pull this out and put it together and set it all up because Ghostbusters is a thing. And retro lines have sucked me in hard, hook, line, and sinker. Between the G.I. Joe retro issues and Masters of the Universe Origins, pretty sure my wife is going to throw divorce papers at me here pretty soon.
Soon,
It ain't cheaper to keep her.
soon Transformer Kingdoms Beast Wars.
Thankfully, I have managed to stay away because I have so much masterpiece shit that it doesn't matter. Ian, however, besides, I can live vicariously through my 16-year-old.
It's true. It's healthier sometimes too.
Well, yeah, because then he can get that stuff. I can keep buying the stuff that I like because I also like that. And when I want to check it out, I just go up to his room, grab it off the shelf.
Oh, God. That's sad.
I mean, just for the record, when my masterpiece stuff is set up, he does the same. So it's a very mutual relationship and understanding. We have a very solid bond as father and son. We're both fucking nerds. But that's what I'm doing.
I'm trying to figure out who's the bigger nerd between the two of you. It's kind of leaning towards you, Rob.
Dude, I have got 23 and a half years on him. I got more experience.
Yeah, but is your memory there?
I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday morning, so...
And if I recall, Ian's got a phenomenal memory.
Well, here's the thing. I can recall shit from the 1980s like it's yesterday. You ask me what I had for breakfast yesterday morning, I'm going to look at you with that blank stare at the deer in the headlights and all that fun stuff. Like,
I had oatmeal.
yeah, you're like 12. When our wives are yelling at us for buying toys, you're getting yelled at by mom.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're more accurate than you think.
You still have a young and healthy mind. You haven't had to fill it with all this life knowledge, like taxes and mortgage payments and car payments.
I got my tax documentation in
Too
today.
many drunk nights or other things.
And children
Other
going,
things.
Mom, Dad, Mom, Dad.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Yes. Just wait. You'll find that little cosplay chick someday that's going to knock your
Oh,
socks
God.
off. Next thing you know, 9 months later, she's been going, hey, guess who's a daddy?
Guess who's not buying another perfect grade unicorn?
There's gonna be no chicks dressing up as unicorn Gundams.
Dude, at TFCon, there was a girl hitting on Ian that was dressed up the first day as Soundwave and the second day as Shockwave.
Dear God.
Oh my God, really?
It was a very anime-esque version of both characters, but dude, yeah.
Drop the lighter.
I mean, come on.
It's a little early.
You're gonna have like the whole freaking hentai unicorn hitting on you. It's a unicorn with anime titties in real life that you can touch.
Oh no.
Just remember, cosplay is not consent. However, if she's waving them in your face and telling you, touch me, please, that's consent. Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
So, now that we've got anime titties out of the bag, Shane, what's up with Hobbytown?
Oh, well, we got hold on a second here. This is gonna make a mess. We got a couple orders in. Kind of some sad news about that was when I was going through the order, we already had 2/3 of what Hobbytown Corporate and our other vendor had available. And I went to a third vendor that we have, which usually has a good selection. They had 2 master grades available.
Oh wow.
Perfect grades. Probably 100 different high grades throughout the different series. They kind of split them up into the series. And 0 real grades.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this much, it's not much better from our corporate vendor. They had 2 perfect grades. I think they had 1 real grade, a couple of master grades, and then just a bunch of HGs spread out throughout things.
So what you're saying is the fact that I have a giant ass backlog is a really good thing right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Bandai right now. I don't think it's anything bad. I just think it's possibly trickled down from COVID, or it's the online vendors sucking up all the inventory before any of the brick and mortar stores get their inventory.
That could
That
be
could be
that,
it.
and I mean, there was such a huge surge in kit sales for everybody with all the lockdowns and all that.
Yeah.
And Bandai had to slow down production because of COVID and restrictions. And
Well, I'm really hoping that they have this new Chinese factory up and running soon, because I'll be perfectly honest with you, they need to get their shit going, because there's nothing out there. I mean, it's really picked over.
well, part of what I had read was with Japan having all their lockdowns and stuff. I mean, they weren't anywhere near as severe as ours, but
Okay.
a lot of people chose to, instead of going out regularly, stay home and do things there. So just in Japan, they were struggling to meet demand there.
Well, I suppose, and they're going to get first dibs on anything that comes
Right.
out.
Imagine that. They were being socially conscious. Weird.
Right.
I mean, we're nerds. We're naturally socially distant.
Introverts, right? So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I know our shelves are really picked over. Every time I go into work, I'm only there a couple times, but every time I go in there, it's kind of scary. I see another like 30, 40 boxes, missing, and it's just like, holy cow! And we can't keep up with that. We're probably selling at least 10 kits or more a day.
Oh, wow.
I'm saying at least 10 kits a day. I'm there for a couple hours, and in that 4-hour period, I can see at least 10 kits walk out.
That's amazing.
So when I'm gone, and it's the afternoon when the college kids are getting out and the, kids are off of their tablets and stuff like that.
That's funny. It's like the colleges in town are meeting. Not mine. I can't seem to get in-person classes to save my life.
But yeah, I just it's kind of depressing how little we've been able to get in. And it's like I tell everybody when they come in, well, can you get this kit? Can you get that kit? I tell them the same thing. Everybody's heard the same reply from me is, when I go and I order what is ever available. It isn't like I'm saying, no, I'm not going to get this one. I'm not going to get that one. I don't think this one's going to sell. I get whatever is available, no matter what it is, as long as it's in the Bandai, And yeah, it's just getting like half of our order is non-Gundam stuff, and the other half is Dragon Ball Z, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Star Wars, some Transformer stuff. We can get all that. Good luck finding anything Gundam right now. So
it's almost like that's the more popular series.
Right. Go figure, 40th anniversary, a lot of nostalgia. Their kits are way better than they were 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Or 40 years ago.
Right. I can tell you this, that we got in a decent selection of Re-Rise series stuff.
Ooh.
So, but like anything else, I've seen one IBO series thing out in the last probably 6 months.
Dang.
Hey, Rob.
So what?
Currently we've got just we're rivaling the amount of live viewers currently that Shoki's got.
What?
Okay. That'll last
was-
for about 4 minutes before Shokes goes through the roof.
Yeah, right. I just popped in my recommended.
Oh yeah, Lucas making a comment in the chat. Yeah, he stopped in. He's one of our members. He bought a house.
Nice.
Yeah, congrats, dude.
Packing up
Congratulations.
everything. I know Brian, one of our other members that occasionally comes on here.
Potato.
I know
Yes.
he got he bought a house too. So congratulations to both of them.
Now the question with Potato Boy is: are we going to actually see less Potato Internet, or am I just going to go over there and fix his shit for him?
I think he needs to stop doing this from his tablet.
Yeah,
That would
I'm hoping. So I know where he was approximately in Neenah, so he really didn't have an excuse why he couldn't have fast internet. Not being judgmental about it, I'm just saying the tablet. I don't know.
I don't think it was his
About
internet.
a high school.
He was in the basement too, so he might have had his router on a different floor or something.
That was the entire problem. It was really spotty Wi-Fi and a tablet that's older than dirt. So
Yeah.
once he's settled in the new house, we're gonna go over there and get him hardwired, and we're gonna get him on a good piece of equipment
There we go.
and find him a computer that doesn't completely suck balls.
Even if it's a laptop.
I mean, he's old as dirt, so he doesn't game.
Nope.
So
Not
I
really.
mean, he grew up unlike some of us. Not that I'm complaining.
I'm still working on it.
I'm a 12-year-old with a big-ass paycheck, so I'm good.
Amen to that.
My wife and I were joking about that today. She has 4
Speaking
kids, except I pay for myself.
It's funny.
I think Lucas is saying I bought 2 last week. I think he's talking about.
The
Kids,
kids.
probably.
Yeah, it was the kids. I was joking
Rob was
around
making a
with-
joke.
Yeah, I think I was there when he showed up. Yeah.
So hey, while we're talking about technology and stuff, so I found I mentioned to a couple people my goal for the end of the year of 2021 is to build a new PC by then.
Yeah, good luck.
I know, right? I mean, I want to have majority of the parts bought at least. I found I was going to originally the only things I was going to carry over from my current build is the I/O cooler and the power supply. But now I found an I/O cooler I want more.
The NZXT.
Yeah, with the one that has the display on it to play GIFs and all that.
I'm doing a.
That one's pretty.
And that was the selling point. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
There's a-
it's
There's a
so
video
fucking
card that
cool.
has a little screen on it too.
I've just straight up seen cases that have the glass side, but it's a display as well.
Hey Sam, I'm gonna blow your mind,
Yes.
but there is a company that makes a water block that has that same screen in it, so you can do a custom loop.
Yeah, I think I've seen stuff like that. I don't want to mess with water stuff. I'd mess it up somehow.
Oh no, it's hard. It's easy, dude. It's really.
I will find a way to mess that up.
Have faith.
I want to mess. I want to build more than 3 computers before I mess with water.
Oh, then stick to the AIO.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I feel your pain
Kathy.
because I'm sitting here right now.
Yeah, she's
I need-
complaining because there's no room on my desk.
I need another processor and another video card, and then I can do the closed loop or the open loop system and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get my hands on a 5900X processor and a
That's the newer one,
3080.
right?
Yeah, that's the new Ryzen.
I hear those are in short supply.
Oh, everything is. Processors and GPUs right now are,
Everybody wants to build, you know.
yeah.
If I
So-
can.
Oh, big old close up with the kitty cat.
There's Chatty Cathy. Kitty.
It's I mentioned in the chat before. You guys won't see my kitty cat coming on screen for a while.
Oh, no.
He's not feeling too well. So he's saying he's still coughing a lot. He's got the collapsed lung and he's got some air in his belly.
Okay.
So he's not feeling too good.
Hopefully things turn around for him.
Yeah, we don't think it's going to, but we're gonna see what happens. Keep him comfortable, you know.
Right.
Oh, poor kitty.
At least 10.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, dude, that thing looks cool. So to finish up
Doesn't it, though?
news,
Damn.
there is a meeting in 2 weeks on the 9th, I believe.
That's a Tuesday.
Yep, that's our build night, our next
Dang,
one.
I won't be there.
Oh, Sam.
Work exists.
I know.
I trust me. If I had it off, I would totally be there.
Oh, I know, Sam. I know. But everything is still going pretty good with the meetings. We average probably 4 or 5 people at the meetings. So if you want to show up, go ahead. I don't think you really need to call or message me, to see if there's room.
If you're coming from pretty far, you might want to, though.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt if you're coming from a distance. I know a couple guys were coming from Fond du Lac, possibly. So, yeah, if you're coming a distance, it wouldn't hurt. But here's the thing. Hobbytown's hours are 10 to 6. We are running the meetings 5 to 8. So what happens is at 6 o'clock, doors locked. You can't get in. So if you think you're going to be late, you better message me or make some plans ahead of time so that I know that you're showing up and keep an eye out for you and stuff like that. Otherwise, you're out of luck. But yeah, the meetings have been going good. So there's that. Then I think the last thing I wanted to mention was if you haven't if you don't see something that you want at our Appleton store, don't be afraid to make a trip down to our Oshkosh store, because we've been sending them about half of our inventory out of the last couple orders. I've been just ordering extra, and whatever is over, I usually order 2 for us of everything. So if there's more available, I've just ordered more, and we split it in half. We send it down to our Oshkosh store. So our Oshkosh store may not have as wide of a selection as we do. I know they don't, but they may have different stuff on our shelves than what we do.
I don't interrupt you, but I'll be right back in a couple minutes.
Okay. Just based off of, whether or not they've sold something that may have been on their shelves for months or something like that. So, otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got really for the Hobbytown news. Hopefully we start seeing more stuff coming in. I'm going to be ordering from a different vendor this week, one that we usually get large orders from. But just like last time, 2/3 of what they had available, we already have on our shelves. So hopefully they got in more. We'll find out sometime this week. So that's it. That's all I got.
I got an Ecto 1, and this thing is dope.
That's cool.
That is.
That's not a model kit.
No, it's not. It's mostly put together. You basically just have to put the accessories on it. But,
Nice.
I mean, check this shit out. It's got... If you can get your finger in there, get the door open.
Check this shit out.
It's even got the gunner chair.
Oh, so that's from the new movie then?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why it's all... I mean, they did like a hell of a lot of weathering and
they
all
roughed
that.
it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
just
saw the trailer for that today.
Oh, I can't wait. It's even
Looks
got
really
the little ghost trap.
What'd you think, Spencer?
Looks really good.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that it was going to be kids involved in this movie.
The way I'm understanding it is it's the one of them is the grandkid of Egon.
Okay. Yeah. Because I know the other 3 from the original movie are like guest cameos in there, whatever you want to call it, guest appearance.
Check out all that detail in there.
That's really good.
Yeah.
How much was it?
50.
What line was that under?
It's the Plasma series.
Okay.
Here's the weird part about this, though. Like, I have I think there's the Diamond Selects or the Classics 6-inch figures. And that's what the Plasma series are. They're a 6-inch figure.
Okay.
When you stand them next to it, it's obviously not quite big enough. But the rumor is they're going to be doing a 4-inch line to go with it.
Oh.
But
Okay.
the way I'm displaying it, I'm going to use the whole illusion I'll just set this way towards the back and then put the figures out farther. But if they do...
Perspective.
Exactly. If they do the 4-inch line, I might actually buy into them.
4-inch figurines you're talking, right?
Yeah, like 3 3/4, 4-inch.
Okay.
Similar to like the G.I. Joe figures.
Yeah, I was gonna say kind of like a standard size.
But I mean, you look at the detail you can get on these figures. I mean, that's the retro wave. Basically, they took the 25th anniversary G.I. Joes and repackaged them on retro card art, which is here. I actually got a couple of them somewhere.
You know what's funny is I was at a store today. I think we all know what one I was at.
Where did they move to?
Give a little shout out to Replay Toys.
Where did they move over to?
They're
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yep.
Okay.
Just down the street from where they used to be.
Yeah, I'll stop in next time I'm down in Appleton.
I love Chris's store, and he's such
Yeah.
a good dude.
So looking at like the old G.I. Joe figures that he's got there, definitely not what I remember them as.
Yeah, they're
Like I'm looking at them, I'm just like, really? They were that shitty?
They were the little rubber band figures, basically. They had the rubber bands on them. Yeah.
Yep. I remember the rubber band in the waist, and I used to snap them all the time.
Yep, I did too. I broke them all the time.
and they're
Yep.
easy to replace too. But back then, nobody knew that.
Right. Yeah.
They are Chevy LT1 fuel injector O-rings.
Nice.
Really?
It's a perfect fit for that. Is the because I had some of those 3 3/4 rubber band figures that I needed to replace the bands on. I was trying to find a replacement, and I was digging through my toolbox one day and it's like I got a bunch of O-rings and shit. I'm looking, I've got a bunch of these injector O-rings,
Sure.
and I put one of the busted rubber bands up to it and went, no goddamn way. Threw it in there, and sure as shit, it works. And they're more robust.
Well, that's Rob's hot tip of the week, I guess.
Yep.
I remember busting mine because I'd throw them in the bathtub.
You should run that as a banner. Rob hot tip of the week. LT1 injector O-rings fix your G.I. Joe.
You know how I used to break mine as a kid? I'd wind them up and let them spin like a helicopter with like tornado punches.
Oh, yeah, I do that too.
Yep.
These
Yeah.
new ones.
That rubber degrades when you throw it in soap bath water.
Oh yeah, it does. These new ones don't have that. They're actual.
I've got more trading cards in today.
They're literally like mini Marvel Legends articulation.
Nice.
They're really.
Sam,
good.
we're not talking about cards right now.
But all that 25th and
I'm opening my
40th
mail.
anniversary stuff.
Oh.
That's what it is. It's those figures reissued on these vintage card backs.
I got like all my orders in today. It's great stuff.
Isn't it great when you get a bunch of mail and you're just like, oh, it's all my stuff that I ordered?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's not as great when it's the one day my mom picks up the mail.
Oh, I don't have that problem.
What'd you buy now?
This is the judging part of you bought more cards. Yes, I mean I bought like $10 worth of cards, but like, you know,
Don't worry, Sam. Mine wasn't Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon cards or any of that stuff. It was actual like Spore and Pro Set and Topps football cards. So
yeah, a new set came out, and it's like I don't really want to buy this set. I hate opening product, so I just bought the singles, and the some of the cards I needed were promos. You get one promo per box, and so I just bought what I needed.
oh,
Hey, speaking of your Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh obsession, I got a buddy in Wapaka that's looking at buying Pokemon cards, like starting to buy the line, and he wants to know where you're buying them from.
TCGplayer.com.
I'll
Yep,
let him
that's
know.
my favorite site.
You said he's an alpaca?
Yep.
Does he play the game at all, or is he just looking at buying cards?
He wants to start playing it. He hasn't played in years.
You should tell him to check out Four Myths Gaming. It's a new store just opened up into Alpaca.
I'll let him know when I see him on Monday.
Yeah, we actually have a card store now, so that's great.
Where's that at?
Right downtown, across from the library.
Oh, no shit. Do they sell stuff besides cards, or?
He's actually has a couple stuff. It depends on what people trade in, but up until a couple weeks ago, we actually had a Nintendo Switch all in box.
Oh, no
he has games too. He does D&D stuff.
That's what I was wondering. Is like D&D.
Yeah, this store literally just opened up over the summer, over the summer. So,
does he have any paint lines, or is it just the Games Workshop stuff?
I think he's got a little bit. I think was it Citadel or something. The stuff that the Warhammer guys use.
Yeah, Citadel and
not very much. But
Hobbytown News.
Ooh,
hit us.
Are looking at eliminating one of our paint lines.
Can you get some good shit finally?
Christ.
What is your definition of good shit? Turbo Dork?
Turbo Dork's good. I can't knock on the Vallejo and the Tommy. Vallejo and Tommy are good.
Thank you, Spencer. Yo, we have Vallejo.
Okay, you have Vallejo.
Shitload of
all
Vallejo.
you have in good paint is acrylic. You need to get some non-Model Masters lacquers and shit in there.
I don't want Model Masters. I'm not 60 fucking years old. I'm a 57 Chevy at a diner.
But that Chevy engine block red, though.
Right.
So what are you talking Lauren into putting in then?
So here's the thing. Testers was bought out by Krylon.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Basically, from what Lauren has heard, is they are eliminating almost all the fucking Testers model.
Oh,
so right now, Hobby Time basically got whatever they could get their hands on from Testers. So we're basically doing the same thing. We're buying up everything we can from Hobby Time to fill our shelves, because we know there's the senior guys out there that are diehards of acrylic or enamels and Testers. So we're going to get those, but Lauren has made it perfectly clear he wants to eliminate the Testers shit eventually.
He's going to have to.
Probably by the end of summer. I would imagine that if Krylon doesn't have a decent line of paints, it sounds like they want to do all rattle can, but don't quote me on that.
I mean, it's Krylon. They're just going to repackage their shit as a model line. It's going to be Krylon spray paint.
Basically, they're going to keep the car colors, from what I understand.
Oh.
If it's a car color, they're going to keep producing that. All the other colors are basically going to go away. So I would imagine that the military colors and stuff like that, the grays, the greens, probably going to go bye-bye.
Yeah, they don't need that anyways.
Trying to get in another line, but we have Hummel.
It's so shiny.
Well, you guys already have a line on AK, don't you? Because you got some of their weathering stuff.
Well, we got more AK stuff for weathering.
Yeah.
And pre-done kits where it's maybe 7 to 10 paints for a Spitfire or a tank or something like that. We got those. I don't think he wants to carry the line of AK. Humbrol, we have some of their acrylics in spray cans. I like their stuff. It's just that not a lot of people have had experience with them. We have Vallejo acrylics in spray cans. So I think we're just going to expand on Vallejo a little bit, but we're looking to get in another line just to kind of fill in some of those gaps.
Dude, I'm going to come up there and buy a damn car model and spray that bitch in Alclad, stick it in a display shelf, and show all them old sons of bitches, you can make it look better!
I need to stop by and pick up some. I need to stop by and pick up some colors for a military model kit eventually. Here, I've mentioned before I've got a model ship on the way, hopefully soon.
I like Tamiya. Yeah, Tamiya's good too.
Well, the military guys use a lot of Tamiya, don't they?
I have seriously been looking for these 2 fucking pieces 3 fucking weeks. I've had one. I need it to do a police island set.
Yeah.
Hey, don't bite me, you bitch.
All of my boxes, all of my totes, all of my sorted colors, looking for another one of these. It's just a little bit of a ramp to it, and then the 2 pieces at the top, it's thin. I went to Replay Toys twice now. Went through that huge table of Legos, which takes me nearly an hour and a half to go through.
Oh, that thing is gigantic.
And I just found this lane, like, on my table, and I'm just like, oh, I must have knocked it off my shelf where I just set it 10 minutes ago. Nope, there's the other piece.
Shane, you know what they say about that kind of thing? That's a get fucked moment.
I'm glad I did not pay $5 to have it shipped, because I was that close to ordering it on Bricklink tonight.
Damn.
All right, so that's my little. Oh god, I can't fucking believe it.
So back to paint lines. I have an idea. Let's order up a couple of samples of Gaia notes and
Gaia's really good.
And then I'll go through and airbrush some spoons and just take them in there and set them down and say, all right, people, pick a color line.
No.
All the same color.
Do that. Bring it to Lauren and talk to him, because I've talked about bringing in other lines, and I'm not saying that he won't, but I don't know what you know, so you need to bring that in and show him.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Because third hand, I could be totally just not selling it for him.
I'll paint up some samples and I'll just bring them in and say, this is what we could be doing.
Spencer, I don't think you exist anymore. It's just the cat.
It's
Pretty much.
a furball. But if we could get them in on
headphones on, she can't hear you.
If we could get them on some good lacquers and not in spray cans, and then we can get them in. I mean,
I'm down for some new kinds of paint. Like, I'm down to try anything.
If only we get the Mr. Hobby stuff stateside,
right?
Because they have really good lacquer and enamel.
Hobbytown Corporate carries it, but they're so spotty with how much they get.
I'm just about out of my Mr. Hobby stuff. It's almost gone.
Yeah, it's because like with the custom stuff and importing that, it has to be like a certain size.
They're also considered hazmat.
Yeah, it's hazmat.
And the U.S. last year, the EPA required that all the paints that were coming in from different countries had to be relabeled according to what their standards were. And that's why it was hard to get Tamiya stuff in, like the panel liners, because they had to relabel everything.
Yep.
Thank you for giving a fuck about our water and our ground, which wouldn't be affected by a jar paint fucking it up.
I mean, for Christ's sake, that is going to ruin our entire water supply.
No shit.
I'm sorry. I should probably use the big bottle of
that
Alclad, because it's going to just kill everything.
That container
don't drop it in your
fall off the
well.
side. Sorry, go ahead, Spencer.
I said just don't drop it in your well, because then it might.
Right. But all I'm saying is that container of stuff coming in from China and Japan that falls off and goes in the ocean, most of them are in glass jars anyway. They're not going to crack open.
You can drop these things on concrete. I know.
Yeah, they're pretty sturdy.
Yeah, they could go in the bottom of the ocean for 60 years and they'll be fine.
No, that's the thing. Like, I've actually knocked the bottle off on my garage floor. It's fine. It didn't even.
A Tamiya bottle?
Anything. No, the Alclad ones.
Oh, I was going to say a Tamiya one is they've got some thick ass walls on the bottom.
Oh, I dropped a Tamiya
Those are
one on my
thick.
basement floor, which is concrete. Same thing.
I mean, you know how people get with the environment stuff, you know? No risks, right?
It's still going to be here.
You're right.
I mean, the last administration wasn't too keen on caring about it.
Yeah, right.
They were like, "Hey, roll them all back. Roll back all the stuff. It's all good."
Let's quit relying on everybody else for a change.
All right, no politics.
I like politicking around. I don't actually.
No.
So, Sam,
Hi.
why don't you run with your topic of the night? Not unicorn. We're not talking about unicorns. We don't fucking care.
How would you read my mind? I had a topic I wanted to talk about. What was I going to talk about again?
Oh my god, we talked about this 5 minutes before 9 o'clock.
How much we're gonna talk about how much Shane hates Double O.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's what it was. I actually had another topic I want to talk about, too, but we'll get into that first.
How do I change my
So what's everybody's favorite Gundam show, right? We all like Gundam. I'm assuming most of us have seen the anime. Some hate some more than others, but what's your favorite? We'll start with Shane. We know you love Double O.
Hold on. Somebody else needs to start.
Rob, what's your favorite? We know how much Shane loves Double O, but how much do you love Double O?
Double O is my favorite.
That's why I asked you.
And I'm not even joking.
Do you want to elaborate why is Double O your favorite?
Because
There we go.
is Gundam.
Right there.
He's getting his own point.
Nice.
Like, legit, I just like the Double O
No joke.
styles. Like, I love the designs of the mobile suits. So, that, and I do enjoy the story, despite Shane saying how bad it is. It's as good as Shane says it's bad.
Double O?
Yes, Double O's fantastic.
No. I respect your opinion. I hate your fucking answer.
Oh, that's
It's-
great.
How do you justify killing everybody when you're saying that nobody should be killing anybody?
Welcome
Because
to Gundam.
everybody dies in the end.
Right.
I mean, they're literally just terrorist teenagers in big mobile suits. It's great.
Terrorist teenagers with attitude.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I need to watch it sober.
Oh, is that your problem?
Yeah, because like 3 times I think I tried watching it and I fell asleep in the middle of it and I woke up and I was just like, what's going on? The one time was where Lakan's brother was kissing the girl and then she bitch slaps him.
That's a good scene. I like that scene.
Yeah, I woke up to that and I was just like, what the fuck's going on? Why is she upset with Lakan? Because
I'm not gonna lie, I've been rewatching Double O recently for no other reason but background noise.
well, it's a lot of background noise.
Okay. Sidebar. Merman still comes with his corncob sword. It's supposed to be like coral, but it's a goddamn corncob. And it's great. It was totally a vintage throwback. Because Merman. Sorry. Alright, carry on.
Yeah. I will say this much. The suits were cool. The whole GN drive thing I thought was a little kind of hokey. But I get it.
Dude,
You know,
GM
I'm a-
Drive was awesome.
I must say, I enjoyed season 2 better than season 1, mostly
Yeah.
because the enemy suits, like the Jinx, came out and all that other stuff.
Yep.
Also, let's be honest, episode 1 of season 2 is amazing with the XC repair.
Yes.
Yeah. And I will say the only part that I did like and I would watch over again is I forget what her name is, the lead chick with the big cans always getting smashed because she's a heavy drinker.
Yeah.
Starts
God,
with an M.
Marissa.
I don't think that's her name.
No.
It started with an M. Miss something.
Was it? It started with S, I thought.
Oh,
I'm looking this up for you.
There's 4 of us on here with Google.
I am looking it up right now.
The king of finding stuff. He's busy.
It's Shumaragi.
Yeah, I'm
Shumaragi, okay.
still
Alright.
stuff.
And I guarantee you I pronounced that wrong. So
Okay. So yeah, she was hot. I mean, that was a goddamn. So, I'll,
And she's right up your alley. Always drunk and up for a fight.
yeah. And I think she was probably in her 40s, which that's always good. What the fuck? Why is there a burger in your background now?
I misclicked on the wrong thing.
I mean, luckily he
I
didn't
was,
have
I
a
was
porn
adding
file
more
open.
media file. I was adding more media files to things that automatically.
Thank God he didn't have his porn folder open.
Yeah, right.
I mean, should I? No, it's YouTube. I shouldn't.
We can get insta banned.
Instantly.
Banhammer.
Well, that might drive up our ratings a little bit.
Lucas says he likes 0083. That's what, War in a Pocket, 0083?
Yeah.
I was in the middle of watching that when they put it on Gundam Info, and then they took it off when I was halfway through, and I'm like, shit.
I want to watch 83
like 3
only because
episodes.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
It's so good.
Yeah, 0083 is solid.
Um,
That is
Allegedly.
the best opening fight scene. Opening, like, war scene in that.
Remind me, what was this war scene about again?
The Hygogs and everything attacking the base.
Yeah.
The Hygogs and all the aquatic things just wreaking havoc.
More error noises, 404. I need some. I need to actually sit down and watch it again. Oh no, 0080 is War in a Pocket. Oh, is 83 Stardust Memory?
Yeah.
Steve, if you're still watching, can you bring in 0083 for us to watch at the meeting on Tuesday? I see that he was in here at the beginning of the night, but I haven't seen any comments since then. But Steve, if you're still watching, bring in 0083. That's what I want.
There's your video, Sam.
All right, let me see this.
Arctic base attack.
Oh, okay.
So good.
All right.
Spencer, what's your favorite series?
Mine is it's a toss up between like 0083 and 8th MS Team, but I think 8th
Oh, this scene, I know
Hey,
exactly
that
what this is
theme
now.
is good.
that's probably my favorite.
Hey, Zero's up in here
Hey,
too. What's
Zero.
up, dude?
Oh, okay.
buddy.
All right. Now given the context of the clip and all that, it's okay. So your favorite with when they're loading the Alex onto the rocket. Got it.
Zero. He-Man Origins. Aren't these things dope? I know he'll appreciate this shit. He's a vintage guy too, so
Well, he's around our age, isn't he? He's a little bit older, I think.
he's our age, which means this is the shit that he would have grew up with too.
Your age.
Dude. Roboto
Man.
does the chompy gimmick.
Hi, Zero.
Rob needs a moment with his Masters of the Universe.
No, just one of them.
Well, I got my 90s nostalgia. I got the new Beast Wars Kingdom stuff. Yeah.
That thing is sick. Like, that is really good looking for a retail figure.
It really is.
Dude,
Okay.
I
Zero,
I got She-Ra.
finally got Cheetor too.
I never. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah,
That's the
it's one of
Kingdom
my
one, or
favorites.
is that... No,
Yeah.
that's the Masterpiece.
That's the masterpiece.
I like
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. Zero. Now, was Merman? Did he have the suction base?
No, this is Merman.
Oh, who of the Masters of the Universe had this? He was green and he had the suction cup base, and I think he spit water.
Oh, now I got to look up at the whole thing.
Come on, please don't tell me that I'm imagining this shit. I could have.
No,
This
because
is
I had
not
that
my,
figure.
This is not my area.
Yeah, this is 20 years past not you, Sam.
Oh, let's see. The originals. I know which one you're talking about because I'm positive I had this figure too.
Look at Steve's comment.
Rob don't want to bring his GI Joes, and we can all fill the fort.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's do it. I'm in.
Can you imagine seeing a bunch of 30, 40-year-old guys with blankets draped across the table, watching on their laptops, playing with fucking figurines?
Leech.
You mean action figures, Shane?
Yes, action figures.
It's Leech.
Yes. And he spit water, I think, too.
He spit water and he had suction cups on his hands too. And his
Yes. Okay. I wasn't imagining that.
That's not Japanese, is it? Because that sounds exceedingly Japanese.
No, it's Masters of the Universe.
I am making a joke.
Oh, Sam.
Oh my god, I forgot about this guy. Mechanic, the guy with the extendable neck.
Wasn't that one of the good guys?
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. Oh my god, I do remember more than I think.
You think?
More than I thought. I should.
And then there was the Flecked Moss Man, where he actually had the fur.
Oh my god.
Is that just like the Hulk's ugly stepbrother?
I mean, it was.
See,
Yeah.
all of these I remember because my neighbors that lived, go through my backyard, through their backyard to their house, they were a little bit younger than me by 5 years, and they had all of those guys. I remember playing with the He-Man stuff there, but I never had a single He-Man figure. I was G.I. Joe and Transformers.
The He-Man figure with the absolute best name ever.
Fisto.
And they're doing him in the Origins line. It's going to be great. I have to have that one.
What is his name?
Fisto.
I want to say I watched a movie once that you had to prove that you're 18 first before you could view it, and one of the guys' names was that.
Yeah, that would be accurate. There literally is a thing in one of the comments or comics about I fisted so hard, He-Man. I fisted as best as I could, and I didn't fist enough.
Oh no! Oh no!
Dude, some of their characters were just bizarre as shit.
So well written.
Where's the other one? There's Extendar.
Extender! I don't know what that is.
He literally all of his limbs and head and everything stretched.
Rob,
Oh.
So he has the same powers as a rubber band.
Dude, I'm hoping they do this dude. In the Origins line. The Horde Trooper. This thing was cool. It actually had a transformation gimmick. The head, flipped around and... Yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
Rob, what now?
Should bring up that link I sent you.
The YouTube link?
No, the in the admin chat.
The YouTube link was for me.
Oh, Swamp Thing!
Yeah.
Dude, that was another cool line. Swamp Thing and then Toxic Avengers all had some really crazy shit.
Oh my god, Toxic Avengers?
The Swamp Thing toys, they made the cartoon just to sell the toys.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Dude, I think I had 3 or 4 versions of the Swamp Thing figure. I had the one where the string came out of his arm.
Yeah.
And
I had all of them.
I had this one. I remember the
one,
brown
the
and
color
green.
change one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this one right here. The snare arm.
Yeah, I had the Bio Glow one, the glow in the dark one. That was cool.
I think the other one I had was just the regular Swamp Thing.
It's just a thing.
I liked
Bio
Bayou
Glow.
Jack had the water gun backpack.
Yeah.
That was a pretty big reservoir too.
Yeah, because at the same time it was him getting it, and then G.I. Joe Eco Warriors got it too.
And then Weed Killer was one of my favorite villains. One at the bottom.
You ever just have a villain name be Weed Killer? What? How do you think it's that point in life where you want to call yourself?
I mean, look at him. Look at his outfit. It's a gas mask. And then he turns into some weird, creepy creature thing.
Oh, dude, that is cool. Oh, yeah. Already going down rabbit holes.
Oh,
Vintage
yeah.
toys, baby.
One of my favorite, Mask.
Oh, man, Mask had some awesome stuff. I would love for them to redo that line.
So, guys, I like to point this out. Spencer is now using this to dodge the question.
No.
What's your favorite Gundam anime?
You missed it? I said 8th MS team.
Yeah, you said that.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Zero.
Stay
I've checked
on
out the
task.
I've
Never.
checked out the Mondo stuff. They are awesome too, but this was a little bit more in the price range I wanted to spend for Motu because this whole thing started with just I wanted He-Man and Skeletor to display in my Castle Grayskull, and it's kind of turned into a bit of a thing. Like they're kind of everywhere right now.
I dropped my lighter.
All right, Shane. What's your favorite Gundam series?
I haven't seen as many as you guys, sad to say. But of the ones that I have seen, God, it's a toss-up. I really enjoyed Origins. But I would have to say probably IBO.
I can't fault you for that one. IBO is sick.
I had a guy in a Discord I'm in ask me what he wants to try watching Gundam. And he asked me where to start, and I'm like, he's like, oh, I know there's all these weird things, like there's so many of them. Where should I start? I'm like, start with Iron-Blooded Orphans, man.
Yeah, just
because they really don't tie into a lot of other things.
No, it's a standalone.
You can watch it by itself. I will say this. I think Bandai needs to get off their ass and come out with a Calamity Wars.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be impressive because I want to see the other 70-some Calamity War suits that they have.
That or like let's get the spin-off game into an anime and get the Haraboshi.
What?
Is that what it was called? There was that spin-off game for IBO that happened in the future.
Okay.
Or is it the Mercosius it was called, I think.
Yes.
That's what it was. I think the Haraboshi was what it was based off of from the Calamity War, and it became the Mercosius. But that was like a Japanese mobile game. I don't even think we got it in the US.
I seriously, I thought...
I think they need to do more with the IBO brand.
I'll bring up something that we were talking about at the meeting, this last meeting.
I'm dodging the questions.
Of bordering on inappropriate, I guess, with the whole Mikazuki, or yeah,
Mikazuki what?
Mikazuki. Sorry. Banging on a maybe minor at the time.
I mean, they were both minors at the time. I think they're about the same age.
Yeah, that was the only thing I had a problem with in that whole series. It was just like, whoa, she's knocked up. She's like 14.
It wasn't. I think about the same age as well.
Yeah. So
I mean, obviously, he was just really short, but like.
Yeah, I think Miku was actually more towards the 17. I don't think he was 18. But, yeah, that was the only problem I had with. But I thought the storyline was pretty good.
I like the ending.
Definitely a brutal fight scenes in a lot of it.
I like the ending. That ending is my favorite. Only second close to that is Zeta Gundam's ending.
Okay.
I like the dark endings for some reason.
Yeah, that was
Because they're
definitely a dark
more
ending.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we got IBO, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody in there, so I'm not going to say what happens at IBO's ending. And there's Zeta Gundam ending, where it's just like, potato!
Brian?
No, that's the ending of the Zeta Gundam. Potato.
I haven't watched Zeta yet.
Okay, well then you should get on that. I have the second half on Blu-ray.
But I have to watch the first half first.
I know. You should get on that.
And I'm busy watching anime titty porn, so...
Understandable. I've got the second half of Zeta and then both Blu-rays of Double Zeta on Blu-ray.
Started watching Dr. Stone a while ago. That's pretty good.
Like season 1 or Stone Wars?
Season 1.
Okay.
What is Stone Wars?
It's the new season.
Oh, no, I haven't watched that yet.
It's coming out now.
Sweet.
So, I'm going to get to mine now. So, without the meta of what I told you guys before this, what's my favorite Gundam? Take a guess.
Oh, unicorn.
Seed?
Of course you would say Seed. I thought that's what Rob would...
Spit out, Sam.
After War Gundam X. I love that show. That's a good one.
I haven't watched that one either.
I just like the whole... It's another one of those not UC ones, but it kind of like goes off of a lot of the UC concepts like...
It's kind of an anthology series, isn't it?
like Reconquista does.
I'm just shocked you said something besides unicorn.
I know, right? I am too. I just really enjoy the story of X. It just sucks that they had to rush the ending because they canceled the show like halfway through. So, but I don't want to say too much about it, so I don't spoil it for anybody. But I just think it's really cool the whole world of it. The whole world is built as because many colonies were dropped on the Earth, and all the drops were not avoided. So the Earth is like a desolate wasteland. It's basically... I was actually watching a YouTube video on a bunch of different Gundam stuff. I think it was a Boo Fire. I don't know if anybody heard of his channel. He talks about a bunch of like the Gundam series and stuff. And how he put it, it was Gundam meets Mad Max.
That's interesting.
I
You're
know.
saying for Gundam X?
Yeah. Gundam X is basically just like Gundam meets Mad Max.
Okay.
And I just really enjoy it. I actually have not finished it yet. I have like 2 episodes left.
Okay.
And I just get distracted. I get distracted. Ooh, a piece of shot. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Oh, is that another show? I stopped watching because my Blu-rays came in for Double Zeta. And then I was disappointed with how Double Zeta is. I hate Double Zeta, by the way.
So sad.
Really?
Yes, I hate Double Zeta. I like Zeta. I hate Double Zeta.
Okay.
Judo is a shit protagonist.
We got to get him watching stuff besides Gundam.
Me?
Yes.
I watch other things besides Gundam.
Name one.
Your live sessions for class don't count.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up my my streaming service quick.
Porn doesn't count either.
What?
Porn doesn't count.
That is not what I was gonna say. So I'm
Hentai
gonna
is
avoid.
not porn.
I'm gonna avoid this show
But it
because that's basically porn. I don't know
What,
how.
Monster Mizume?
No, it's called Redo of Healer. It's a brand new show. I don't know how it got an anime.
What is it?
Redo of Healer.
I need to check that out.
Yes, I would
like a
recommend
box
finding the
set.
uncensored versions places.
God, what was the other one that just came out?
Oh, I like that, Spencer. What is that?
Interspecies reviews.
The
That's
Freedom
actually a good show though. Like that did not deserve to be canceled.
Which
Well,
one is that?
Interspecies reviewers.
Strike Freedom 2.0.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I keep
remember-
hearing about the storyline
See?
in this anime.
Oh, the Freedom Gunpla. That's a good kit.
Oh, okay.
I love that kit.
It's a good one, yeah. So far, I like it a lot.
Me and Colton compared my 2.0 to his 1.0, and the 2.0 by far looks amazing.
Well, yeah, it's a 2.0.
Yeah. All right, back to what we're saying. Yeah, industry. It's. I wish it didn't get canceled because it's actually really funny.
I don't think it got canceled. It got pulled off Funimation because it was so
Wait.
close to hentai they couldn't justify keeping it.
But come on, Funimation also has High School DxD.
Oh yeah, I love High School DxD, and they've
That's
got
really
Monster Musume.
But you see, I don't like High School DxD. I tried watching it. I'm like, this is too edgy for me. But this is back when I first started watching anime, so.
Hell, you say High School DxD is amazing.
Okay, well, this is back when I first started watching anime. My tastes have obviously changed.
He derives his power from his master's boobies. It's epic.
Back to saying, back to me proving that I watch more things than a Gundam. I watch way too much Fate.
I've seen
Okay.
most of that. I like those.
Let me just
I can't hate on Fate.
grab the Blu-rays real fast.
Oh yeah, there's Fruits Basket season 2.
Yeah,
I haven't watched season 1 yet.
It's
Yeah, the
so good. I
final,
watched it back in
final
college.
season was just announced for like April or something like that. So here's the proof. I watched too much Fate. And my green screen's cutting in and out. Let me just fix that real quick.
Yeah, that was totally real quick.
I watched too much Fate.
Okay, but Fate's awesome, so I can't hate that.
You ever have you ever heard of can't talk. You heard of Black Blood Brothers?
Ooh.
I got that on DVD.
I think that's
so
crossed
good.
my years once. What is it about? What does it tell me?
It's been a while.
Should I just look it up?
Because that's
Yeah.
a 90s anime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dan the Man says High School DxD was what got him into anime. Oh, if there was ever a better intro to anime, I don't know what it is.
My first anime that one of my friends made me watch actually is called Mirror Nikki, or in the English terms is Future Diary. And oh my god, is that fucked up.
That's the best part about anime, though. It doesn't pull punches. Like, everything is on the table. Sometimes literally.
Right? Wink.
What is this here? It's about a
One of my-
7.14 on my anime list.
I think one of my favorite animes of all time is Full Metal Panic.
Ooh, that's a good
That's
one.
not bad. Like which one though specifically?
The original, just Full Metal Panic.
Um,
The newest one that came out like last year was really good though.
there was one that came out last year.
Yeah, last year, or the year before.
I'm still a Ghost in the Shell guy.
Oh yeah.
So what's the? So I watched Invisible Victory. That's the only one I've seen.
Which one was the latest one?
I'm kind of partial to Sergeant Frog.
Oh, Sergeant Frog's great. Kero. I'm gonna have to rewatch.
Yeah,
some
Invisible
Sergeant
Victory
Frog
was
before.
the latest one.
The mom is hot as hell.
Uh-huh.
The one that's labeled Full Metal Panic, is that like the first one?
Yeah, there's Full Metal Panic, and then there's Second Raid, and then there's Invisible Victory.
There's also, was it Mofu? What's that? Full Metal Panic. Fumofu or whatever.
I think it's just a
That's the OVA, isn't it?
OVA thing. Yeah, it's a spin-off.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bump this up higher on my list to watch then, because I did enjoy Invisible Victory.
Yeah, and that one's like that's a sequel to everything. Like that's
But like they're the same character. Is this like a direct sequel, like in universe, or is this
Yeah.
like a separate story kind of thing?
it's a continuation. So
So I started from like season 3, basically.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, okay. No wonder why I was so confused.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. Just Full Metal Panic.
In my defense, I did watch the whole thing though. I didn't stop watching. Big Robot.
It's really good. Really is really good.
I actually watched that before I started watching Gundam. So
I gotta remember the name of the one I was watching tonight.
Angel Beats. That finished out a while ago.
oh
Angel
my
Beats is
god, that show is a banger.
It really
Quintessential
is.
Quintuplets. That's the one I was watching.
The new season or the first one?
Sounds like that sounds like hentai right there.
It's not.
No,
It does, though.
It's a decent show. Like I started. I'm not gonna lie. I dropped it like midway through the first season.
I'm on the first season, episode 4.
I did like it. It just I was watching so many things at once.
Oh god.
It's got a new season coming out right now as well.
This is my queue right now on Funimation, because I re-upped my Funimation again finally. Paranoia Agent, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Infinite Anagram,
I would love the new season of that.
Date Alive, Shimonetta, A Boring World Where the Concept of Dirty Jokes Doesn't Exist. I actually finished that one. It's hilarious. Hensuki, Devil as a Part-Timer is great.
So good.
Oh
so
my God.
good. My wife enjoyed the fuck out of that one.
I have not laughed that hard at an anime in a long time, aside from
So
Sergeant
good.
Frog.
So
it's
you mentioned Data Live, Rob. I was watching that somewhat recently with the last few months, and I stopped at season 2, episode 19 so far.
I think I'm partway through season 2 as well.
Yeah, I see things, but then it's like, ooh, shiny piece of candy.
Meow, meow,
Let's see.
meow.
Helpful Fox and Senko-Kasan. That one was good. And funny as shit. Rosario Vampire was awesome.
Wait, Rosario plus Vampire?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife and I really liked that one.
Girls Bravo was good. Monster
Which,
Musume still goes down as one of my favorite harem anime, though.
I bought the Blu-ray of that for a friend of mine for Christmas.
Dude, that show is incredible.
Have you seen Sekirei?
Oh, yeah.
Something I need to get back to watching. There's so many things I need to get back to watching. That's just gonna be a staple thing you'll hear me say if I ever talk about anime. Is Fate, Kelded, Linear, Prisma, Ilia, and then I can't pronounce the rest of it. But it's the Magical Girls Fate.
I don't know. I've been on a harem anime kick lately.
Fair enough.
Because that shit's just funny to me.
I wonder what the first ever harem anime was.
Google it. I also just finished this last week. Edlona Zero.
That's a
That
good
one was good.
I enjoyed it. Like, I actually had the conversation on Discord the other night about it, where I was complaining about the show, but I was also saying what I liked about it. And one of my biggest complaints was from watching a lot of Gundam, I've been like listening to like the background music and like fights and stuff, and I've noticed they play the same tracks over and over again.
To answer your question, Tenchi Muyo.
Oh yeah, okay. I rewatched that a while ago. That actually held up pretty well.
Yeah, it did.
Log Horizon has a new season coming out right now.
Damn.
My
Doro
dog's
Hidoro is really good too.
What was?
I don't know.
Doro Hidoro. It's on Netflix.
Doro Hidoro is good. I burned through Mob Psycho 100 again, too.
Oh, that's a good. I can't bring myself to watch it again, but that was a good show.
Psychopaths.
Yeah, Psychopath is good.
Haven't seen it, unfortunately. It's on my
That was
list.
fantastic. Darker Than Black season 1 and 2.
I haven't watched Darker Than Black yet.
Let me just pull
You gotta watch that one. That one's amazing.
Black Clover. I started burning through Demon Slayer again, too. I like Demon Slayer.
Claymore was amazing.
Oh, God, that was the first one I ever watched. Nope. second one I watched was Sabriel. The first one was Witchblade.
Witchblade is good. It's a classic one.
That's what got Sabriel watching anime and not dumb shit. Although she still watches weird shit.
I gotta sneeze and I can't sneeze now. This sucks.
Oh yeah, Lucas said one of his favorites is Soul Eater. That's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
I just finished that last year. Whatever.
Actually, like last year, another series was coming out as an anime from the same author. It was Fire Force.
Oh yeah.
Eric, did you see Lucky come through? I just lost him.
As we're talking about Gundam, I threw this as I had everybody in the Discord about this. The original Mobile Suit Gundam is now on Crunchyroll or Verve if you use Verve. I guess that came around because Funimation, because Sony buying Crunchyroll. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Now maybe they'll get some of the Crunchyroll engine behind the Funimation website, because that's the one thing the Funimation website is.
Well, here's what they should do: is they should take everything from Funimation's website and put it back on Verve, because Verve is the far superior website and app.
Also true.
Well, yeah, Verve's more of a aggregator.
That's just that the Funimation website just runs like trash. It seems a little bit better than the last time I messed around on it. Like my shit wasn't.
I'll be right back. I gotta go find the cat.
But
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't up to what Crunchyroll's was at all. So maybe you can get some of that talent in there to fix this shit.
Right.
That makes me wonder too, if it's on Crunchyroll, since Funimation and Sony now own Crunchyroll, will that Gundam stuff move over to Funimation? Because I would assume they're gonna merge the two.
I think I was just on Funimation's site and there's a bunch of Gundam stuff on there.
Is there really?
Yeah, I just saw Mobile Suit Gundam and everything on there.
I wonder if it's already happening. Well, I'll be damned. It is.
Is it?
Yeah. With the English dub, even. Gundam
damn.
Build Divers, Seed is on here, Unicorn, IBO, Origin. So not a lot, but it does have some solid stories. Huh. Too bad there's way too many other things that I haven't watched yet on this site.
Ain't that the truth?
Dan says Tenchi Muyo War on Geminar is a neat anime. Yeah, I like the Tenchi Muyo. It's fun. So, back down rabbit holes. Since I'm on this whole Motu kick, they're giving us a new Castle Grayskull for the Origins line.
Nice.
And it's so pretty.
I just need to get Skeletor from the revamp stuff. That's all I need.
There's 900 of them in every store. It's not hard to find.
I just have to go to the store then.
Any Walmart, just in Targets now too, because it's no longer a Walmart exclusive.
What about Meyer?
You know what? You might start seeing them there too, because they've been carrying all kinds of crazy shit.
Sweet.
But I've got that vintage Castle Grayskull, and I've got 95% of the parts for it if I can find them in all the totes downstairs. But I think I'm gonna order this. It's $75.
Damn, that's cheap.
It is, and they actually added to it over the original. The new one's got the door is actually painted brown with metal details in it. I mean, it's badass. It's I mean, here, I'll pull it back up again.
Don't even ask, do you get it? You know you're going to get it.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, like the doors all detailed out with all the metal detail in the wood instead of just being plain green, and they added an extra level. One of these platforms is not like this one is in the original. I don't think this one is, and I don't think this one is. I'd have to look at mine again. They changed some of the other details too, and it's got a different sculpting to the outside too. Like this whole top area is different.
Nice.
And for $75, man, if this line continues to sell like it is, they're gonna do Snake Mountain too, and I'd have a really hard time completing my Snake Mountain. I like basically have the shell and the wolves thing and the wolf tower thing. That's it. But yeah. So speaking of vintage toys,
The power of Grayskull.
aside from Sam, the rest of us in here are all roughly the same age, within a few years of each other.
I'm like a decade off, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think you're that far off. You're what, 32?
33, yeah.
that's a decade.
From you, yeah. I turned 40 this year. So, yeah, we're all kind of right in that range. We all had...
I was a 90s kid.
Well, yeah, you got some of the best toy lines in the 90s.
Heck yeah. Power
Well,
Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Oh, hell yeah.
G.I. Joe Extreme Force.
Dude, that shit was cool.
Yeah. It's like more bullets, bigger guns.
Yes. Well, and that was like the run with, like the early 90s was the Eco Warrior stuff, and I always loved the Eco Warrior stuff.
Here we go. There, we
here-
got some shoulders now.
Oh, sweet. What was y'all's favorite obscure toy lines from that era? Like, we all know Masters of the Universe, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Turtles, Ghostbusters. But there was...
Is Alien versus Predator obscure? Because that was definitely my favorite, one of my favorites.
For the 90s, I think that would have been more of a main line.
Yeah, Kenner, Hasbro, yeah.
Yeah.
Gargoyles?
Gargoyles was cool. Plus, it had a really dope cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
That and Benjamin Ham and his series are like my favorite 90s cartoons.
Boy, obscure?
Yeah, you and I were 80s boys, man. We had all the obscure shit.
GoBots wasn't a bad cartoon, but their other stuff was garbage. Their actual toys were just flimsy and garbage.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know some of the best obscure toy things from the 90s. The knockoff Power Rangers at the dollar store.
Oh, God. I had so many of those.
Boy, I would have to say Mask. Mask was kind of obscure.
Yeah, Mask is definitely up there. I still kind of put that in mainline because it's got such recognition. But,
Yeah.
because, I mean, think about it.
At the time, it was...
That is like a ravenous fan group, dude.
Oh, yeah.
But
How about,
yeah, it's definitely more obscure than your normals, like your Transformers. and shit
I
like
don't think the Spawn stuff was very obscure, was it? 90s?
that. No,
That's
not
pretty-
really. That was a
pretty
pretty
heavy duty.
popular one. Dude,
Yeah.
thinking about it, 90s, you had one of the best obscure toy lines. 90s was Exo Squad time.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Oh, Exo Squad was awesome.
how about Ghostbusters?
Oh, that was as mainline as fuck, dude. That shit outsold Transformers damn near. Well, think about it. We had Star Ears, Brave Star, Jason the Wheeled Warriors, Street Sharks.
None of those I recognize.
Oh my God, Street Sharks was amazing.
Street Sharks was incredible. The
I'd
Cops
say that
line.
I'd say that was pretty obscure. Street Sharks.
Oh yeah, and it was so good.
The action figures are really good quality.
Yeah.
How about
Or that,
Garbage
like-
Pail Kids?
like soft / hard plastic.
Garbage Pail Kids. Everybody had that. Come on. We're talking obscure shit. You never had like the really obscure lines like just sprinkled in?
No.
Yeah, was it Food Warriors? That was another one.
See, none of these are ringing a bell to me. I was all the mainline stuff.
Well, I know like for us, I mean, I had Brave Star was one of my favorites as a kid. That was a cool ass toy line.
The Showa era Godzilla.
That's obscure.
Hell yeah.
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
At least the toy line was, because it wasn't something you saw regularly.
Yeah, not that one. The newer stuff, yeah.
Well, yeah, now that it's become more mainstream.
Well, even in the 90s, they had like a couple different lines of Godzilla stuff.
Wasn't McFarlane or somebody doing Godzilla figures back then?
Hasbro, I think.
Were they?
Yeah.
Because I know McFarlane or somebody had them for a while, and then they moved over to something else. But you really didn't see him around.
Yeah, Godzilla wasn't very big in the U.S. in the 90s.
I gotta pull some stuff up for Shane now, because I know he's seen some of this stuff. Oh, let's see. We'll start with Brave Star.
Hold on here.
That vaguely rings a bell.
Marshall Brave Star. All right, we got some images, bitches. Marshall Brave Star, baby. And the horse 3030 stood up on his hind quarters.
That was a TV series too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It only lasted like one season, I think.
Yeah, it was one
Maybe
season.
two.
Had this big ass Fort Curium playset.
Yep, I remember this.
The toys, they were actually Barbie doll sized, because I remember just beating the hell out of my sister's Barbie dolls with Marshall Brave Star and his pals.
Just taking Barbie to Pound Town, huh?
Oh, dear.
Oh, and then you've got
Yeah.
Star Ears.
Star Years, I remember that.
I actually had this base, and I tried to figure out for like 5 years where the hell it came from. And nobody could tell me. And then I just happened to be doing some digging on vintage 80s shit. And I came across Star Years. It's like, I had that. That snake front, if you push the button on the side, there's like an orange button here. It would shoot out. It was spring loaded.
Oh, yeah.
And that whole base like opened up and shit. It was cool.
I think my buddy had that base. So we'd always have like Power Ranger Zords fight things.
Oh, shit. Yeah. I never used it for... I think that was the only Star Years thing I had. So it got used for all kinds of Transformers shit.
Yeah, I think my buddy got it because his parents thought it was like related to Power Rangers Zords.
My grandmother bought it for me because she thought it was GoBot stuff.
Yeah, my mom got me some GoBots, and I'm just like, why'd you give me GoBots? She's like, it's the same thing as Transformers. I'm like, oh, no, it is not.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Then there was Jason the Wheeled Warriors.
I remember my mom, we went to Kmart, and I wanted a Transformer, and she goes, get a GoBot, they're cheaper. Like, I don't want a GoBot. They're not the real thing. She's just like, they look exactly the same. So I got the Army Jeep. And I can remember we're driving back to town and we're getting on the off ramp. And I remember coming down on the off ramp and I couldn't get his one leg to fold up in the back like he was supposed to. And I just reefed on it and I snapped it. And I said, see? I said, it broke. I said, it's nothing like a Transformer.
Zero actually brought this up, the Centurions. That was a cool ass show too.
I don't remember that one.
Mm-mm.
They were like 7 or 8 inch figures, and they came with these attachments. Like the whole gimmick was their power suits could be reconfigured, and the parts could be swapped around, and like there was even one that turned them into a motorcycle and shit. Like it was gnarly. Like all
What
this
was
stuff
the
just snapped onto them.
What was the one with sharks?
Street Sharks.
Sharks.
Yeah. There you go. That was more 90s, I think, though.
Yeah, this was a solid mid '90s show, like early mid '90s.
Those
I
are
love
really
watching that.
good, really good action figures.
Yeah,
Never
they
had
were.
an action figure, but I liked watching the cartoon.
They were heavy duty, like friggin' things.
All right, you remember
Really-
this one?
Really good sculpts. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Fighting crime in a future time. And the toys for this were redonkulous. They actually had a bunch of them had the cap gimmick in them. Remember those old, like, the old Western play gun sets that had the little string of the caps in them, where you put it in there and you'd pull the trigger and it'd pop, pop with every one of
Yeah.
them? They had that gimmick in these toys.
You remember those? Here's an obscure one, but I can't remember the name of the damn line of stuff. Those weird monster truck things that were like monsters or beasts or something.
Oh,
I'm not sure who Dan the Man is, but he's got a one I remember. VR Troopers and Beetleborg.
yeah,
Oh, Beetleborg,
big
yes.
bad Beetleborgs.
I
Beetleborg.
remember that.
All right, I'm actually back now.
Yeah, Dan, I would say those are on the list.
I can't remember the damn monster truck
Matchbox.
one.
These, right?
Oh, God. Biker Mice from Mars.
Yes,
Dude.
no, it wasn't those. I think like there were some that like made noise and stuff, and I can't remember the name.
Oh, and like the monster would pop out of it.
Yeah,
Oh God! Now I know what you're talking about.
those are fucking obscure.
I can't even remember the name of that line.
Yeah. I think I'm not sure if it was Kenner or Hot Wheels or
That would have been
Something else.
Kenner back in the day, man. That was some shit they would do.
God, I remember those. Oh, my God.
Yeah, because they did shit like this, the claw and I know which one you're talking about. Like the one was black and it had a big thing that popped out, and there was like a green snake head in it.
yeah, and oh wait, was it? No, that was a Hot Wheels attack thing. I think this was a different one. No, maybe that was it. Yep, it was. Yep, it was Mattel Hot Wheels Attack Pack.
So what is this that we're talking about?
Here, I got the link.
Obscure toys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
80s,
because
90s.
I remember I had Sand Stinger. That was really cool. They had them at McDonald's. Oh, they don't even have the ones like there was a later one that made noise and shit, and it was like BlizzCat or something.
I had this Grizzlor one. I remember that one. I remember this. I can't remember the name of it, but I had this one and then the shark with the jet body. And for some reason, I think I might have had this one.
Oh yeah, 'cause that looked like more of a classic monster truck compared to some of the other
Yeah.
one. I had that like black and orange one with the ears or something.
This one.
Yeah,
Yep, I remember having that one.
I had Sand Stinger, that green and orange one.
That one.
Yeah,
Yeah, these were cool as hell. I do
it was
remember
actually
these.
cool. Yeah, that's super fucking obscure.
This is the one I was trying to remember where it popped up and it had like the.
Oh yeah,
That's the bigger one. That's when they started making the noise and all that stuff.
yeah. I can't. There was like it was like a white tiger looking one. I had that one. That was really cool. Oh, there was a helicopter too. I remember that one. The freaking helicopter.
80s and 90s toys were the best.
And think of how many of those went to the fucking landfill.
I know.
All
Here's
of
a fun one.
Make you fucking sick.
Right?
This shit was cool. Computer Warriors, like they were, like this was a computer
shit.
that turned into a whole play set. Like these were the toys.
So yeah, I don't know how much longer I'll be able to stay on here tonight, but there was just something I wanted to bring up. For the Discord, actually, I was wanting to do movie nights, go to movie nights like once a month or something. I'm gonna probably make a post on the Facebook page, so I just thought I'd bring it up here.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know what he brought up, and wow.
Yeah. That
I'm
sucks.
sorry to hear, Sam, dude.
Yeah.
Sectors. Zero brought up Sectors. That was a cool one too. I remember them. Yeah. That really bites, man. I'm sorry for Sam.
Yeah. That's too
If
bad.
y'all want to know what's going on with Sam, I think he posted it in Discord or something, that what was going on. It's pet related. So, and we all know how close we get to our pets. So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, he'll be all right, guys. He's just gonna have to collect himself, and he'll be back on next time, I'm sure. It's a hard thing for us all. We've all been there.
It's cliche, but time heals.
Yeah. Like I said, we all know how attached we can get to a pet. I mean,
Yep, exactly.
we put my dog down, and I lost my shit for the whole weekend. So, but back on to more positive stuff. Let's bring it back
Yep,
around.
positive
So,
thoughts. Positive thoughts.
yeah, the
Oh, yeah. So
Sectors.
I found the other one. It was Big Chill. That was the one.
God, where was I in the fucking 90s?
I gotta pull that one up.
Motorcycles and cars.
Huh?
Motorcycles and cars.
I don't think, no, not because like 95 is when I graduated. So, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Cars.
Cars and girls.
Oh, God. Fucking
This one?
ruined me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the big chunky boys.
Yeah, that one like growled and shit.
Yeah, there's a bigger version of it.
Yeah, didn't it have like claws that came out of the tires?
No,
The
that
bigger-
was
some other bigger one, I think.
God, they just reissued that. I just saw it in the stores too. The Claw.
Yeah.
That was. No, or that.
Oh, here's a super fucking obscure.
No, the animal. The animal was the one. With the
Okay.
claws that popped out.
Here's the most obscure toy from the 90s. Z-Bots.
No, because I remember those.
Yeah, but that's still pretty fucking obscure.
Yeah, I guess.
I vaguely remember these.
Oh my God.
Dude, I
There
had
were
a
so many of them.
bunch of them. They were really cool and like super detailed for being so tiny.
Yeah, so many
Yeah,
of
because
them.
they were all Micro Machines based, weren't they?
Yeah.
Dude, the Micro Machines were cool too. I used to have a couple of this little fold up cities that turned into like one of them was an RV, like a motorhome, and you open it up and it was like a city. That's just from the regular. Zero had brought up sectars.
Yeah.
No, don't remember that one.
That was from our time period, man. This is the 80s. And then probably one of my favorites, Visionaries. I know you had to have seen these, Shane. They were like G.I. Joe size figures, and then they came with the reflective, like, staffs. They were
Okay,
actually
yeah, they're
holograms.
holograms, weren't they?
Yeah.
I remember them, but I don't remember what the fuck they were about.
They were spectral knights. It was like knights and wizards, but in a futuristic environment on another planet.
Okay.
And they actually wound up in the comics tied in with Transformers and shit, too.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, they did a lot of crossover stuff. Oh, Stompers. Why does that sound so familiar? Oh, these things! Shane, I bet you had a bunch of these, too. They were like Hot Wheels monster trucks with actual grippy rubber tires.
They had like paddle tires on them.
Yeah!
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, you either I think all you did was you just pushed them forward and they had like a motor in it and it just the momentum kept carrying it.
Was it that, or were they the ones where you pulled them back and they went? I don't remember. But they
I
had the
don't
little wheels that would
remember.
pop out the bottom and they do the...
They had the old Mighty Ducks toys back in the day, too.
Oh, yeah, from the cartoon series?
Yeah.
Those were cool.
And they had Mighty Max.
Yep,
It was
I
like
remember.
the boy version of Polly Pocket.
Yeah!
Right?
Dude, those... I had a couple of those, too.
Oh, crap. They had Bucky O'Hare.
Oh, dude, I would love to get a hold of some vintage Bucky O'Hare stuff.
Why does that sound familiar?
Oh, you've seen Bucky O'Hare, buddy.
This is a rabbit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I had
Then they
this
had,
this one right
they had-
here and the skull. I remember those.
They had Skeleton Warriors, too. Remember that show on CBS?
Yeah.
That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, this is Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it, but I don't remember seeing those.
I think it was their attempt to try to capture something similar to Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
And it was awesome, but it didn't quite take off like the Ninja Turtles did.
Okay.
But, yeah, they were really cool toys. I mean, come on. You got a multi-armed duck. And I know every one of us in here had to have had these. Because we all had grandparents. The Rock Lords. They're actually part of the GoBots line.
I never had any of those.
Really?
No.
Oh my god.
Beast Wars. Yeah, that's what I had.
That's right. You were coming up after this was out. Because this was like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, it'd be like mid-90s stuff for me when I was really getting into stuff. Like middle to late 90s.
But yeah, these were...
Creepy Crawlers Workshop.
Oh,
Easy Bake Oven thing. That was cool.
yeah. Yeah, and you got to make, I think it was candy or something that it turned out, like gummy candies or something.
Well, no, it wasn't gummies. It was little, like, wiggly figure things that definitely wouldn't want to eat them.
Ah, that's right.
There's, like, yeah.
I only ever got to play with mine until I ran out of the stuff that came with it.
Yep, same.
And then we never got any refills. On that line,
Yeah. And you know full well that fucking person knew that was going to be the case.
This old Terminator toy line had a factory thing that did something similar where you put the exoskeleton in, and then it did that same, like it covered it in the skin.
Cool.
I know it's around. I cannot remember what it's. Here it is, right here. The Bioflesh
That's awesome.
Regenerator. And it was actually flexible and shit.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I remember doing that and then tearing chunks of it off. And
Oh,
I mean,
God.
'cause-
The incredible test dummies.
dude, those toys were cool.
They
That
were.
I never had them, but I had friends that had them. Like the cars that would smash up and come apart, and
Yeah.
Small soldiers, of course.
small soldiers from the movie.
Yeah, the toys based on the movie. Because I mean, yeah, in the movie they were all toys. They made them all.
Oh, that's right. God, I haven't seen that movie in forever. Now, here's a question for you. With them doing this huge push with all these vintage toy lines, I mean, we're getting new Masters of the Universe stuff. We're getting G1 Transformers reissues. You're getting, well, the G.I. Joe reissues, all that shit. Do you think they'll go back and do some of these more obscure toy lines once they start? Because think about it. All of us kids
Maybe.
that grew up in those time periods, we're now nerdy-ass adults with a disposable income and a passion for nostalgia.
I don't know if they're going to do some of the real obscure ones, but I'm sure there's going to be some stuff that's released.
I'm hoping. I mean, so far we've got, like, they just reissued, remember the original line of the Ghostbusters toys, the Kenner ones?
Yeah.
They reissued those. I said G.I. Joe, Motu, shit like that. And I'm starting to see, like, I saw that the animal, that battery-powered truck with the claws that come out of the wheels.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop the animal. Yeah, that's back in stores now.
Oh shit.
Apparently, there's something going on with My Pet Monster.
Really?
Yep, there's supposed to be a reissue for that. What was the other one that I saw? Well, they did a wave of actual vintage, just complete reissue vintage Thundercats figures.
Crazy Bones.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Yeah, bring that one up. Google image search that real quick.
Oh, okay. I remember. I never messed with these, but I remember seeing them in the stores.
Yeah, those little, just tiny little choking hazards.
Oh yeah. And with the blind bag fascination everybody has right now, these would be perfect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw this one in the store not that long ago. It kind of floored me to see this back. Apparently I can't type.
Stretch Armstrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. Everybody had at least one of those in their toy box, you know.
Oh yeah.
And then it got punctured.
My parents would buy that for me because they had them when they were a kid, and they knew what was in them, and they were just like, "You're just going to make a mess."
These made a comeback.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, I was at Walmart
Oh my god!
a couple of days ago, and in the video game aisle, they actually did a run of these in Cyberpunk.
Oh nice.
It's a little pack. It's like $10. I think there's 4 of them in there.
They had Mr. Bucket in the 90s.
Yeah, it's 3 of them. But they're actually Cyberpunk 2077. And it was cool as shit.
Exo Squad.
Yeah, that's my jam, man. Oh, Exo Squad was sick. I've been on a wave for the last few years trying to gather up all that shit, or at least the main stuff from it. I've got most of the suits and pilots complete, but that was another line, though. I don't know why it ended the way it did. Like, it just kind of petered out. And I know they did some weird crossover stuff with Robotech and... But yeah, Exo Squad had some of the dopest toys in the 90s. These full-on mech suits and shit.
Yeah.
See, I'm hoping somebody does something, because there's something weird with a license on this. And I don't remember what it was. But...
Oh, there was Gigapets in the 90s, too.
Oh, yeah, and then Tamagotchis.
Yeah, Gigapets were like the cheaper Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Those are coming back, too. We were at GameStop and saw they
Yeah.
had a Pac-Man one, I think it was. They have the regular Tamagotchis. And there was a couple of...
Evangelion Tamagotchi thing coming out.
Do they?
I think so.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, there was Super Soakers in the 90s, too.
Super Soaker hasn't died yet.
It's true.
So, I know Shane brought up Mask earlier. Now, with G.I. Joe, they can get away with reissuing them because that was always more about the characters than it was the vehicles. The vehicles were a part of it, but you can kind of, like, they're doing a 6-inch line of Joes because people want the characters. Mask was always about the vehicles. Could they even reissue that today and be... Do you think it would sell through the way some of this other stuff does?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because most of the people are going to want a 3 3/4 figure for the characters. So they'd almost have to do that and then make the vehicles bigger, and you have to do the vehicles.
Yeah.
For Mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh. I would love to see them.
I mean, I'd be all in, but I'm just thinking of the size of the vehicles. Or do you think they could actually get it to sell making them the original size? Or even just a straight up vintage reissue like some of this stuff has been?
I think a reissue.
Because like those figures were really posable for their size.
Yep.
They equaled G.I. Joe, and they were what, 2 1/2, 2 3/4. They were a good bit shorter.
Really? I thought they were about a 3-inch.
No, they were small. I mean, they were not big at all.
Hey, I kind of remember some of those.
Yeah. That's a good question.
I mean, I've got one in the 25th anniversary line for the G.I. Joes. They did a matte tracker in that line. And that's the 3 3/4 matte tracker, and he was done as a G.I. Joe figure on a G.I. Joe card back.
Mm-hmm.
I got that one, and then they did it again with the Transformers Revolution SECC box set. So there was the matte tracker in there, there was Visionaries in there, there was Micronauts. The Jetfire from the Generations line was in there on a repaint.
Okay.
It was all one big box set, so they've kind of teased it doing it off and on. So it almost seems like they want to push the Mask stuff out there tied into G.I. Joe, which would work.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But they'd have to do the vehicles.
Yeah, because the vehicles were key.
Yeah. I need my Rhino, man.
What's that?
Oh, the Rhino scaled to 3 3/4. That thing would be like that. It'd be a chunky boy.
I think I had the Jeep with the motorcycle on the back.
I had
remember that one.
Thunderhawk, which was the red Camaro with the gull wing doors. That was Matt
Yeah.
Tracker's car. I had the green motorcycle, the black Corvette, Rhino, Hurricane, which was the green 57 Chevy with the tank turret on the top.
All right.
And then Switchblade, which was the helicopter that Venom used. The main guy from Venom. And what the hell was the other one I had? The purple 300 ZX. I
Okay.
can't remember it either, but yeah. Man, there was some cool shit in that line too. The one you're talking about was, I think, from the newer waves.
The Jeep?
Yeah.
I
It
thought
was
that
like-
was.
That was from the first wave was the cars that transformed. The second wave, the cars transformed into two vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stinger was cool too. Zero was talking about that one in the chat. The orange GTO.
Well, I don't remember him.
I tried to go back and rewatch the Mask cartoon,
Yeah.
and it's just as campy as the G1 Transformers show.
yeah,
And I
Well,
love
I mean-
it in all its rose-colored glasses glory, but
that was, exactly the same time.
I just remember thinking this was a lot more interesting as a kid,
Yep.
but at the same time, I still love it for some stupid reason.
It was, fuck are those parts? God, I'm trying to remember. That was only, I think, 1 or 2 seasons long, too, I think.
It was, I think, 2. I want to say it's like 30-some episodes. It's not very many.
But, back in the day, that was enough.
Yeah. All they had to do was capture the eyes of the kids and then run their toy commercials
Yep.
simultaneously, and every kid wanted the toy.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. Back then, you had to have media to sell the toy. Otherwise, the kids in the U.S. didn't. That's why when Transformers came over, because, Transformers is a homologation of a bunch of different lines from Takara. So, you had, like, Diaclone and all that stuff. And over in Japan, they just wanted the toys. Like, the media came later because it went back over there after Hasbro adapted it.
Right.
But it's like over here, as soon as the interest started to wane in the show, the kids didn't want the toys anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's kind of what happened with Mask. The interest in the show waned, and they quit doing the toys.
I really wonder why that is, because it's not like we had a lot of options back in those days. They could have kept pumping it out.
Oh, we had a fuckload of options back in those days.
Well, I didn't. My house, until we moved out into, even when we were in town, we only had cable for a short amount of time, but none of the cable channels had cartoons on them, I don't think.
Yeah,
Not
pretty
until
much.
later.
The Saturday morning cartoons is about all it was.
Yeah. And that was always waiting, 6 o'clock in the morning, waiting another hour for it to come on.
What's this crap that's on? I want my
Yeah.
cartoons. That was the
Yep.
best thing, man. Getting up in the Saturday morning, big old bowl
Heck
of
yeah.
sugar. They
Yeah.
called it cereal, but it was just sugar.
Yeah.
Just sugar, yeah. Definitely just sugar.
Liquid cocaine.
Yep. Captain Crunch, man, that was my go-to all the time.
Oh. Ours was usually Rice Krispies with a cup of sugar in it.
I
Cocoa
loved.
Pebbles or Fruity Pebbles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just such horrible diets.
Oh, yeah.
we all survived.
Yeah. Most of us with diabetes.
Or borderline.
Yep,
Right.
pretty much. Mostly. Almost.
I mean, Shane, you and I only have a few extras.
Right. Yeah. Just a
Body
few.
by Captain Crunch.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Shit, I think I'm going to get some Captain Crunch when I go grocery shopping tomorrow.
I did last weekend. I got the Captain Crunch with the crunch berries, man.
Ooh.
Oh, you ever get just just the straight up crunch berry one?
Yep.
Too
And
much.
then you go and take a dump later, and it's like fucking
Technicolor.
dye is just floating.
You're like, oh God, I'm dying.
Yeah. Why is my inside turning blue and green?
Oh my God! When I was a kid, the first time I ate, I don't even remember what it was. I think it was from the marshmallows in the cereal. It was one of those really, like, it was TV cartoon tied cereals. I went to the bathroom later in the day and I started freaking out. And I was like, Grandma, oh my God, it's like purple. That's not normal. I legit
man.
thought I had been possessed by an alien or some shit. It's like, this is not good.
Just, it's just a little bit of cancer, carcinogens that they threw in our cereals back in the day. We survived, barely.
I mean, we had a steady diet of heavy metals and really bad chemicals.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
And
Sam.
our,
The
and our milk
snozberries.
yeah, and our milk had hormones in it.
Yep.
That's
We got
why
on our
I grew up
bikes with
big and
no
strong.
helmet.
What's that? What's that,
I said,
Spencer?
that's why we grew up big and strong. All those hormones.
Right.
Yep. Well, I mean, I got the big part down.
Oh man.
Man, riding our bikes with no helmets, skateboards with no pads. Had
Yep.
scabbed up knees and elbows like 3/4 of the time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Parents these days send their kids out wrapped in bubble wrap.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
man,
I remember running the neighborhood as a kid. Like
That's
I
what,
was
yeah, that's what we did.
We were all over. Like there's a meme going
Yeah.
around of a bunch of bikes in the front yard. It's like we didn't have cell phones back in the day. This is how you figured out where your friends were.
Yep. Come home when the street lights come on.
Yep. But parents actually talked to each other back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would call the other house and say Shane's on his way down.
Yep. Oh yeah. Man, I miss the 80s and 90s. Give me back my Technicolor shirts and all my crazy toys and my lack of a
Oh,
cell phone.
hypercolors. What about hypercolor?
Yeah, hypercolor. That's what I was thinking of.
Hypercolor and your Air Jordan shirts and
And everybody on the goddamn Sun had the Chicago Bulls pullover starter jacket.
Yep.
you
Jinko jeans.
Oh, I miss my Jenkos, man. I'd rock them today with a heartbeat.
yeah. Or
I had some of those. Those were nice, and those lasted too.
Yeah.
Lucky Brand.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love their stuff. But Rude Dog,
Oh, yeah. Rude
My
Dog and
uncle
Big
had a bunch of
Johnson.
that. My
Big
uncle had a lot
Johnson.
of
Yeah,
that
Big
stuff.
Johnson was right after Rude Dog.
I got kicked out of school one day for wearing a Big Johnson shirt.
Yeah, I think everybody did at some point. Especially for me, I was always in a Lutheran school, so
Oh.
yeah. We used to wear we'd wear the shirts inside out and backwards, or no, just inside out, and the teachers would still come up and everybody wore flannels too.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s. So you'd have your flannel on and you would have just basically this little bit of a shirt, but you could see, something on there, and the teachers would come up and they'd pull open your flannel and be just like, you can't wear that. It's like you couldn't see it until you opened it up.
Uh-huh. Yeah, mine was. But my go-tos were always the Jenko jeans and then the Quicksilver shirts, the skater shirts.
Oh my god. So you hung out at Gadzooks and PacSun?
No, actually, I was getting a lot of that from Hot Topic and shit.
Oh yeah, Hot Topic. Yep.
Yep. And the flea markets. Pretty sure they were knockoffs. Didn't care.
Yeah.
Dude, we had flea markets all over the place. The big flea market malls down south.
Yeah.
Oh, they were
JC
fantastic.
Penney had a bunch of Jinko stuff when I was a kid.
That's when they.
Yeah.
That's when they started becoming mainstream.
Oh yeah. I miss those days.
What was the other? Oh, Rob, you remember this? Everybody having to have an Oakley and a Jet Pilot sticker in their car.
Oh yeah. And then when I was in high school, I actually came up here for a while in my high school to help my grandma out. And I had my first car was an 82 Mustang GT. And they were throwing a bitch fit about like the 8-ball t-shirts and all that. It was like, oh, it's 8-ball of Coke, blah, blah, blah. And like you had all the kids with the flaming 8-ball shirts and whatnot.
Yeah.
I had the window louvers on the back of my car. But on the back window, I had a flaming 8-ball sticker about yay big.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see it through the louvers unless you actually got down and looked because it was in the bottom corner. It was on the car when I got it.
Okay.
Well, I was at the Toma High School, and it was right after lunch, and they had an open lunch, so you could leave. Not that I give a shit. I'd leave if I wanted anyway. But I had one of my buddies came running in, and he goes, dude, there's a flatbed out trying to get your car out. What the fuck are they doing with my car? I have a parking pass. I go out there, sure as shit. He's trying to figure out how to get this car out of the parking spot it's in because it's so tight in that parking lot.
Yeah.
And he's like hooking shit up underneath the bottom of my car. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? We were told to tow this car. Well, why? Well, it apparently violates school policy. How the fuck does my car violate school policy?
What?
Well, the guy parked in front of me was the guy that came in to find me. So this tow truck driver's dicking around. The principal comes out screaming about this sticker on my car. It's like,
Oh my god.
it's on my car. And how the hell did you even see it through the louvers? Well, I can see it and blah, blah. I'm like, I don't care. It's a sticker on a car. Is it on my shirt? No. Touch that car, scratch that car, because this car was fucking nice, dude. I spent a couple years building this thing with my dad. It's like, you break that car, we're going to have a problem. Well, the tow truck driver had unhooked the shit trying to reset and figure out where to hook it. So while he's doing that, Sean pulls his shit out real quick, and I just drove right through and I'm like, tow it now, asshole.
Jeez.
The principal's out there with the vice principal at this point. We're going to call the police. On what? Me relocating my car? Yeah, I think I'm done with school for the day. I'm going home. Adios, bitches.
Yeah, no shit.
Just to be a dick, I pulled off school property, and I went right across the street, stopped the car, got out, took my T-tops off, because I'm off school property now. There's nothing they can actually do. Not that they could anyway.
Right.
And then I looked right. She's screaming at me, and I'm like, I'm off school property now. And she goes, well, we're gonna have an SRO officer. I'm like, if you're gonna have an SRO officer here, bitch, I'm gonna give you a fucking reason. Threw that bitch in and just laid tire right down the front of the school. That car was
Yeah,
a
take that
347
motherfucker.
stroker on nitrous. Yeah, I ripped through 3 fucking gears right down the front of the school.
Nice.
It's like, now you got a reason.
Right.
But yeah, they were going to tow the goddamn car over a sticker.
That's stupid.
Yeah. That was Toma High School.
Sounds about right.
And they didn't get any better. Actually, I got a good laugh several years ago. When Tiff and I sold our first house, we actually wound up getting an apartment for a year. And it was in a fourplex down in Toma. And we were in the first floor, and about 6 months after we moved in, a lady moves into the apartment above us. It was that fucking principal.
Oh no.
I think she was there about a week when we figured it out it was her, and then we'd start crossing paths and shit like that coming in and out. And I had told my wife the story before. I had a 92 SHO that was all decked the fuck out. And, I mean, she remembered exactly who I was. So I was up in La Crosse one day, and I don't remember what store we were in, but they had an flaming 8-ball sticker almost just like the one that was on my Mustang. So I got it, and I put it right on the back window of the Taurus. And then I parked right fucking next to her every goddamn day.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, she
Just a
gave me
little jab,
side-eye.
huh?
Oh, God, she gave me side-eye constantly after that.
Sweet.
Yeah. It was funny because the guy that owned the fourplex lived in the other first floor on the other side of us.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What does she have against you?" So I told him the story, and then he was looking at the back window of the SHO, and he's like, "That's just too funny."
And it continues.
Oh, yeah. I almost got one to put on her car just to be a dick, but I didn't want to get charged with fucking vandalism.
Oh, yeah. Because you know full well that's where it would have ended up.
Oh, in a goddamn heartbeat. But it would have been fun. I'm vindictive at times. It's great. But I suppose, guys, it is 11:15. We should probably wind this stuff down before we go down any more rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Getting pretty tired.
Same here. Dude, I went to sleep last night early because I was cashed. Like, I was over 60 hours last week again. And
Yeah, it's been our busy season the last last month, but it's now been close to the deadline for all the tax stuff. So been doing support all weekend, and it's like, oh my god, leave me alone.
I figured, got home last night. It's like, fuck it, I'm gonna crash out early. I think I crashed out at like 10:30. It's like, oh, I can sleep in tomorrow. My brain said you can sleep in tomorrow. 5:30 this goddamn morning, my body said, up, internal clock, wake up, asshole.
Oh, man. That's fine.
I tried to go back to sleep. It lasted about 15 minutes before I said, all right, I guess I'm up.
Here's Rat Trap we got too.
Is that from the Kingdom line?
Yeah, he's so freaking tiny.
Yeah, but damn, he looks good. He must be a legend scale figure.
Yeah, I think so.
But he looks so good.
There it goes. Nope, I lost it again.
Dude, that Kingdom line is cool.
There it is.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be buying a lot of that.
Yeah, it's sick, and the transformation on this one's real good too.
His original figure had a pretty cool transformation.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even, most of those Beast Wars guys did. Like, what they were able to pull off in the 90s with those toys was pretty incredible.
Oh, hell yeah.
They were all highly articulated. They did really cool shit with the transformation. Rhinox was probably my favorite because his jaw ended up as his chest. His bottom jaw.
He was definitely one of my favorites. I never had him, though, as a kid.
Oh, that was one of
all the shit now is too expensive for him.
I'm waiting. They're gonna do him in Masterpiece line. I'd almost guarantee it.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I would get one. I would get that in a heartbeat.
It's gonna be pricey, but have you seen the Megatron?
Yeah, I have that one on pre-order too.
Oh, okay, cool.
That one is nice.
Yeah, that is. I got to handle that figure at TFCon. That is a gorgeous piece, and the paint detail is incredible. It looks like it popped off the screen.
Yeah,
but I suppose I'm getting attacked by a squeaker now. So, All right, guys, we're going to call it a stream. It's been fun. Only one of us actually built anything.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I put together the Ecto 1, but we're going to roll on out, and we'll see you guys next time.